Welcome to Gammadite 2019 Ram 1500, out of the Crosshairs. Say sayonara to Ram's Crosshair grille, as each cycle of the all-new 2019 Ram 1500 deserts the outline sign that goes back to the truck's Dodge-marked days. The new grille treatment is only one new component of the 2019 Ram 1500, which gets probably the most progressive outline and mechanical changes the pickup has found in a quarter century. Hello there, hybrid. As in the active model, the 2019 Ram 1500 is fueled by a 305 HP 3.6-liter V6, called Pentastar, or a 395 HP 5.7-liter V8, Hemi. The two motors mate to an 8-speed programmed transmission. New for 2019 is the reception of hybridization by method for Fiat Chrysler Automobiles eTorque framework, which replaces the alternator with an engine generator unit that can bolster vitality to a 48-volt lithium-particle battery pack. The innovation is standard on Ram 1500 V6 models and discretionary on 1500s with the pushrod V8. Alongside stop begin capacity that ought to give smoother and faster begins than conventional frameworks, eTorque can give a short torque increase in 90 lb-ft to V6 Rams and 130 lb-ft to V8 models. Regenerative braking nourishes vitality to the little battery pack mounted behind the back seats. SLAM authorities guaranteed us that a diesel motor, sans eTorque, will come back to the lineup in the 2019 logbook year. Notwithstanding the powertrain changes, the Ram 1500 additionally profits by various streamline options went for enhancing efficiency, in spite of the fact that Ram still can't seem to discharge any EPA figures for the new truck. These incorporate dynamic grille shades and a front splitter that consequently brings down by 2.5 crawls at speeds more prominent than 35 miles per hour. Deciding on the accessible 4-corner air spring suspension, the 4x4 off-road bundle, or the Rebel trim erases the splitter. Be that as it may, air spring prepared Rams moderate this misfortune by bringing down the truck 0.6 inch at speed. Smash's journey for more prominent proficiency additionally influences the new 1500's outside plan, which brags bedsides that have been raised by 1.5 inches and a little lip spoiler on the rear end for the sake of decreased drag. Then, the hood is intended to drive air over and far from the windshield wipers to additionally enhance windstream around the truck. Bigger and lighter. Supporting the new Ram 1500 is a re-engineered frame that is both lighter and more grounded than some time recently. Broad utilization of high-quality steel brings about the truck's stepping stool right outline shedding 100 pounds. Extra weight investment funds comes ability of another electronic stopping-slowing mechanism that is 20 pounds lighter than the old link work unit, an electrically helped controlling framework that records for a 6-pound weight decrease, and a large group of aluminum segments, including the rear end, motor mounts, the guiding apparatus, and front suspension and transmission crossmembers. Altogether, Ram says that the new truck in its most prominent trim and taxi cab arrangement, Group Taxi Bighorn 4x4 with a V8, is about 225 pounds lighter than its forerunner, a claim we'll confirm once we get different forms on our scales. Group Taxi models with the standard box ride on a 4.1-inch longer wheelbase than earlier and measure 3.9 inches longer from stem to stern. The littler Quad Taxi models are dimensionally comparable long to the past truck. Notwithstanding taxi, each 2019 Ram 1500 is a large portion of an inch more extensive than some time recently. General stature is inside a small amount of an inch of the active 1500 pickup. Another 4x4 off-road bundle, be that as it may, floats a 1.0-inch suspension lift over the standard 2019 Ram 1500. The bundle likewise incorporates an electronically bolting back differential, 32-inch tall on rough terrain tires, bundle particular damper tuning, uncovered toe snares, raised bumper decals, slow plunge control, and slide plates. Those looking for much more go-romping roughness will be happy to realize that the Ram 1500 Rebel returns. Indeed, wearing its own particular extraordinary bodywork, the Rebel incorporates every one of the treats highlighted in the 4x4 off-road package and includes Husky 33-inch Goodyear Wrangler Duratrac tires and Bilstein dampers with remote supplies. Beforehand accessible just as a teen taxi cab with an air spring suspension, the new Rebel can be hid with steel loop springs or the air springs, and as a group taxi or a quad taxi. Predominant interior. Especially amazing is the Ram's overhauled inside, which is accessible with another 12.0-inch touchscreen Uconnect 4 infotainment framework on top of the line Laramie, Longhorn, and Limited trims. The huge screen incorporates a root framework, Android Auto and Apple CarPlay similarity, and is equipped for showing data in full or split-screen groups. Amid a short spell with the new infotainment framework, we found that Ram figured out how to effectively join the general convenience of Uconnect with the dramatic artistry of the huge touchscreen shows found in top-of-the-line extravagance autos. Likewise with FCA's other touchscreen infotainment frameworks, the show is encompassed by a variety of excess physical catches for controlling key infotainment and atmosphere capacities. A more established Uconnect 3 framework with the 5.0-inch show is standard on Tradesman, HFE, Bighorn, and Rebel models, while a Uconnect 4 framework with a 8.4-inch touchscreen interface with accessible root is discretionary on Bighorn, Rebel, and Laramie trims and standard on Longhorns and Limiteds. Like the greater 12.0-inch Uconnect setup, the 8.4-inch unit is both Apple CarPlay and Android Auto perfect. Going with the trio of accessible infotainment screens are extra inside improvements, including more open-back traveler quarters on group taxi models, which see Relase situate legroom developed from 40.3 creeps in the present truck to a Bentley Mulsanne besting 45.2 crawls in the new truck. Privileged forms treat those in the back to accessible warmed and cooled seats and furthermore incorporate seatbacks that offer 8 degrees of lean back. An accessible all-encompassing sunroof reaches out finish the 2 columns of seats. In advance, a reconfigurable focus support for trucks furnished with front concessions offers more than 1 cubic foot of accessible stowage space, or about twice that of the ebb and flow show. Other critical subtle elements incorporate a tilting and extending guiding wheel, the arrival of the revolving shift handle, upwards of 5 USB ports, 3 standard ports in the front and 2 accessible ports for raised travelers, and extravagance things, for example, hand-sewed calfskin and genuine wood trim in higher-end models.